Welcome dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. Today in this video we will discuss the solved example of the chapter number 5, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, 5.10 and 5.11. Right? This all the examples are regarding equilibrium of the forces, right? Problem solving in the mechanics. So dear student, the problem solving in the mechanics we were discussed in the previous video. So dear student, up till now you have not seen the previous video, see the previous video so that you can easily understand these examples, right? To solve the problems in the physics or to solve the problems in the mechanics, we need to apply the different types of the forces acting on the body or the system of the body. Now in the equilibrium condition, compare the forces acting on the body or the component of the forces acting on the body, and by solving these two equations we get the solution of that problem. So regarding the problem solving in the mechanics, we will discuss here the examples of the textbook. So let us start with the first example of the textbook, example number 5.7, right? Determine the maximum acceleration of the train in which a box lying on its floor will remain stationary, given that the coefficient of the static friction between the box and the train's floor is a 0.15. So here the coefficient of the static friction is given to you, right? On the floor of the train a box is lying and the coefficient of the static friction between the box and the train's floor is mu s is given to you 0.15. Now at what maximum acceleration train will move so that the box will remain stationary on the floor of the train, right? So here the acceleration of the box is due to the static friction, right? So what is the formula of the static friction? Static friction Fs is equal to mu s into n, right? So if we consider that, so here if we consider a train is moving with the acceleration a, right? A train is moving with the acceleration. So here dear student, consider this train is moving with the maximum acceleration a, and on the floor of the train a box of a mass m is lying a stationary, right? So what type of the force is acting on the box, right? First the weight force is in the downward direction mg, normal reaction force is in the upward direction n, and the box is stationary in the vertical direction. So normal force is equal to weight force. We can say that n is equal to mg. But the coefficient of the static friction Fs is equal to mu s into n. So instead of this normal reaction force n is equal to mg, we get a coefficient of the static friction Fs is equal to mu s mg. But here the acceleration is due to the coefficient of the static friction. So we can say that the Fs is equal to ma. Comparing these two equations, we get ma is equal to mu s mg. Here mm cut out, right? Mm cut out. We get the acceleration E is equal to mu s into g. So the maximum acceleration of the train in which the box is lying stationary on the floor is the mu s into g. Mu s is given to you 0.15 and g gravitational acceleration we take a 9.8 or a 10. So 0.15 multiplied by 10 we get the answer 1.5 meter per second square. So the approximately maximum acceleration of the train for which the box is lying on the floor will remain stationary is a 1.5 meter per second square. Understand? So now dear student, let us see example number 5.8. See the figure 5.11. Figure is given to you a mass of the 4 kg raised on the horizontal plane. A mass of block of a mass 4 kg is raised on the horizontal plane, right? The plane is gradually inclined until at an angle theta is equal to 15 degree with the horizontal. So here the theta is given to you 15 degree, right? The plane is gradually inclined up to the theta is equal to 15 degree with the horizontal. The mass just begin to slides. What is the coefficient of the static friction between the block and the surface. So if we considering a block is placed on the inclined mass. So first step is draw the different types of the forces acting on the block. So first force is the weight force is in the downward direction. So here first force, the weight of the block is in the downward direction. Second force is a normal reaction force. Dear student, normal reaction force is always normal to the surface. So if we consider the surface OB on which the block is placed, the normal reaction force in the normal to the surface OB N, right? Now compare the component of the force, right? So here the component of the weight force mg sin theta is in the direction of the block and mg cos theta is in the direction perpendicular to the surface. So the component of the weight force towards the surface parallel to the surface is a mg sin theta, and the component of the force normal to the surface is a mg cos theta. So this type of the different forces, and the friction force is acting on opposite to the direction of the motion. So here the block is sliding downward direction, so the friction force is acting in the upward direction. Now consider the equilibrium state of the block. So here in the equilibrium condition of the block, we consider the component of the force in the horizontal direction and the component of the force in the vertical direction are same. So in the vertical direction, in the normal direction, normal force N and the mg cos theta are same. So from this equilibrium of the block, we can write N is equal to mg cos theta, and the horizontal component of the force Fs is equal to mg sin theta. So we get Fs is equal to mg sin theta and N is equal to mg cos theta. Now dear student, we know that the coefficient of the static friction, the static friction Fs is equal to mu s into N. So from that coefficient of the static friction mu s is equal to Fs by N. So from the above two equation, Fs is equal to mg sin theta and N is equal to mg cos theta. Put in this formula, we get the coefficient of the static friction mu s is equal to mg sin theta divided by mg cos theta. Here mg cut out, we get mu s is equal to tan theta. So here the theta of the block, theta is given to you 15 degree. For that, for which the block is start its motion, right? So we take a theta is equal to 15 degree, right? So mu s, coefficient of the static friction, mu s is equal to 1015. So value of this 1015 you can find in the log table, and it is a 0.2693, right? So approximately we get the coefficient of the static friction between the block and the surface is a 0.27. Understand this example? Example is important for the examination also, right? So now dear student, we will discuss the example number 5.9 similar to the example number 5.8. What is the acceleration of the block and the trolley system shown in the figure? Figure is given to you. A trolley is placed on the horizontal surface of a mass 20 kg, right? Coefficient of the kinetic friction between the trolley and surface is a 0.04, right? And with the help of the light string, right, with help of the light string, a block of a 3 kg is tied with the another free end of the string, right? So what is the acceleration of the block and the trolley system, right? And another, what is the tension in the string? Take a g is equal to 10 meter per second square. So to solve this problem, we need to represent the different type of the forces acting on the system of block and the system of trolley. So here dear student, first of all draw the different type of the forces acting on the block and the trolley, right? So in the block, first force is a weight force mg is in the downward direction, right? M, mass of the block is a 3 kg, g we take a 10. So weight of the block is a 30 newton is in the downward direction. Second is a tension force produced in the string in the upward direction. Now on the trolley, the forces acting on the trolley, weight force W is in the downward direction, W is equal to mg, and normal reaction force is in the upward direction, right? The friction force between the trolley and the surface Fk is in the opposite to the motion of the trolley, and the tension force produced in the string is a T, right? Now draw the free body diagram of the block as well as the trolley, right? So first consider the free body diagram of the block. So here if you consider the free body diagram of the block, the weight force mg, that is a 30 newton, is in the downward direction, right? And the tension force is in the upward direction. So here the block is moving in the downward direction, right? So block is moving with the some acceleration a in the downward direction. So we can write like this. From this free body diagram we can write like this: the force 30 newton force is more compared to the tension force. So the effective acceleration produced in the block is due to the resultant force of the weight force mg and tension force T, right? So 30 from the FBD of this block we can write 30 minus T is equal to 3 into A, right? So 30 minus T is equal to 3 into A. 3 is the mass of the block and the effective acceleration is A. So effective force sigma F is the 30 minus T and is equal to m into A. So 3 into A. So we get the first equation. Similarly, draw the forces acting on the trolley. So weight force mg is in the downward direction, normal force is in the upward direction. So there is no motion in the vertical direction. So we can say that the normal force is equal to the weight force. But in the horizontal direction, if we take a tension force is in this direction, right? Tension force is in this direction and the friction force is in the opposite direction. So here the trolley is moving in the vertical direction of the tension force with the acceleration A. So here if the effective acceleration of the trolley we considering a, right, then here the tension force is more compared to the friction force, and the effective force on the trolley is a tension force minus friction force. So T minus Fk, we can write T minus Fk is equal to m into A. So here the m, mass of the trolley, is a 20A. But the friction force, what is the friction force? Fk is equal to mu k into m into g, right? So according to the friction force, Fk is equal to mu k into n. But here the normal force n is equal to mg. So we can write a friction force Fk is equal to mu k m into g. So value of the mu k, coefficient of the kinetic friction given to is 0.04. M, mass of the trolley, is at 20 and g we take a 10. So we get the friction force acting on the trolley and the surface is a 8 Newton, right? So if you put here Fk instead of this Fk, if you put 8 Newton, T minus 8 is equal to 20 A. So we get here two equation from the free body diagram of the 3 kg block and the free body diagram of the 20 kg block. So now by solving these two equations, right, by adding these two equations we get the acceleration as well as the tension force produced in the strings, right? So by solving this equation by a eliminating method or any other method, we get the acceleration A is equal to 0.96 meter per second square, and put the value of A in any of this equation, we get the tension T is equal to 27.1 Newton, right? So dear student, understand this example. From the free body diagram of the both the block of the 3 kg and trolley of 20 kg, we get the two equation, and by solving these two equation we get the acceleration produced in the system of the block and the trolley and the tension force produced in the string. Now we will discuss the example number 5.10, right? A cyclist speeding at a 18 km per hour on a level road takes a sharp circular turn of a radius 3 meter without reducing the speed. The coefficient of the static friction between the tires and the road is a 0.1. Will the cyclist slip while taking a turn? So if the speed of the cyclist is greater than the maximum safe speed on the circular road, the cyclist will slip, right? And if the speed of the cyclist is less than the maximum safe speed on the level circular road, the cyclist will not slip while taking a turn. So here the speed of the cyclist is given to you 18 kilometer per hour, right? V is equal to 18 kilometer per hour. So convert this 18 kilometer per hour into the meter per second. So 18 multiplied by 1000 divided by 3600, we get the 5 meter per second. Now what is the formula of the maximum safe speed of the cyclist on a leveled circular road? The maximum safe speed of the cyclist V maximum is equal to under root of mu s r g, where mu s is equal to coefficient of the static friction, r is equal to radius of the circular path, and g is a gravitational acceleration, right? So if you put the value, V maximum is equal to under root of mu s is given to you 0.1, 0.1, radius of the circular path is a 3 meter, 3 into g 9.8. So if you calculate this, we get the V maximum is equal to 1.71 meter per second. So maximum safe speed of the cyclist on the leveled circular road of a radius 3 meter is a 1.71, and the cyclist will move with the speed of the 5 meter per second. So here the speed of the cyclist is greater than the maximum safe speed, that is a 1.71 meter per second. So the cyclist will slip while taking a circular turn. So dear student, understand this example. So if the speed of the cyclist is greater than the maximum safe speed of the cyclist in a circular turn, right, the cyclist will slip, right? And if the speed of the cyclist is less than the maximum safe speed on the circular turn, the cyclist will move without slip. Now if the cyclist want to turn a circular turn, right, moves on a circular turn without reducing a speed, what the cyclist can do? The cyclist turn a circular turn with the some angle. So if the cyclist turn a circular turn with the some angle, the cyclist will save, right? So now dear student, last example is that example number 5.11. A circular racetrack of a radius 300 meter is banked at an angle 15 degree. The radius of the circular track r is equal to 300 meter, and the angle of the banked surface is at a theta is equal to 15 degree. Given that coefficient of the static friction between the wheel of the race car and the road is a 0.2, right? So here the coefficient of the static friction is given to you 0.2, theta is equal to 15 degree. Now what we want to calculate, what is the optimum speed of the race car to avoid wear and tear on its tire, and the maximum permissible speed of the avoiding slipping. So optimum speed, what is the formula of the optimum speed of the car on a circular track? Optimum speed V0 is equal to under root of the Rg tan theta, right? Now if you put the values, R is equal to 300, G 9.8 and 1015. 1015 value of the 1015 you can calculate from the, you can take from the log table. So here the value of 1015 is a 0.2679. So under root of 300 multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by 0.2679, we get the optimum speed of the race car to avoid wear and tear on its tire is a 28.1 meter per second. Now second question is maximum permissible speed to avoid slipping. So maximum safe speed for the motion of the vehicle on the bank curved road, the maximum safe speed is a V is equal to under root of Rg into mu s plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu s tan theta, right? So under root of R is a 300, G 9.8, mu s 0.2 plus 1015 divided by 1 minus 0.2 into 1015. So dear student, put the value of the 1015 0.2697, right, and calculate this. We get the maximum safe speed of the car 38.1 meter per second. So dear student, I hope that you understand all the textual example 5.7 to the 5.11. Thank you very much for watching my video.